everyone, I'm the Crazy Keto Girl and I've lost 120 pounds following a ketogenic diet. Today's video though is actually not going to be about keto at all. Jason Wittrock nominated me to do a 5 things about me video, and I've never done anything like that on my channel before, and I thought it'd be fun. And I don't know, he's kind of starting to feel like my keto big brother, so I feel like when he throws down nominations and challenges, I kind of gotta like pick it up and do it. So I spent a little bit of time coming up with the 5 things I wanted to tell you, and I don't know, it was hard. I really debated like what kind of stuff to tell you, but I decided to just kind of like let you guys in on my personality a little bit more and things I'm interested in. And that we'll see how that goes, because you guys haven't really gotten to do much of that except during Vlogmas. So I'm excited to tell you guys more about me, and hopefully you guys will like comment down below and tell me more about you guys as well, because I love getting to know you too. So so to start off, number 1, the first thing to know about me is that I have collections of things. I do collect things, and I collect a lot of different things. So I actually have a couple of examples for you. So one of the things I love to collect are rocks and geodes. So here's these guys, a couple of examples of rocks and geodes that I have. I don't know, I've really loved rocks like my whole life. Like my mom used to get on me because I would I was always picking up rocks and putting them in my pockets or in my like bags or whatever, and then they'd be like in my desk drawers, and they were just everywhere. And so I really love rocks, especially geodes, and especially the purple ones that are sparkly, like this guy. That is really what I'm into. One of the other things I collect are Disney snow globes. So here's my little Alice in Wonderland one. I also have like Pete's Dragon ones and a couple others that I'm like just really into, but I love Disney and I'm obsessed with Disney snow globes. And I also collect pop figures. I know a lot of people collect the pop vinyl figures. Here's one of my favorite ones. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. I also have most of the Five Nights at Freddy's pops. I have a lot of, oh goodness, I have like a whole thing here I can show you. But I have some Disney ones, I have some sci-fi ones, I have some horror ones, I have a little bit of everything. I'm very picky. I usually do not get like the whole collection or anything. Like if you look on the back, like it'll show you the whole collection. I only get the ones I want. So I'm a terrible collector in that way because I only get things that I want. Like I'm not a completionist. I don't have to have whole sets of things. So I wanted this little happy guy. Eventually I want to get the burnt one too. There's one of him where he's got an angry face and he's like burnt. I also want that one. And the last thing I collect, which I was nervous to share because it's, I don't know, not everybody's cool with it, but I collect taxidermy. So this is a bat, a little baby bat in there, and his name is Barnabas. Yes, I named my bat. And he is being preserved in this block here. Sorry, I got some sticker goo, but he's being preserved in this block here of this acrylic block. And he's just a little guy. He was my first piece of taxidermy and I just really like him. He was ethically sourced. I only get taxidermy from distributors who ethically source their animals, which means that they are not going out and killing animals for the purpose of making taxidermy. So all of the animals that they use were already dead when they found them. And so that was the deal with this little guy. He's just a little baby bat. He's just tiny. But I like him a lot. I love bats in general, like bats of all kinds. I have a bat tattoo. Eventually when I own my own home, I'd like to put bat boxes on my property. I don't know, I really love bats. And most of the taxidermy that I'm into kind of falls into 2 categories. It's either cute, which really throws a lot of people, like I like things like this cute little bat, or things like ducklings and things like that, or things that fall into like the oddities thing, which are usually not natural. They're usually crafted by the person making it. So things, you know, you end up with like two-headed sheep and things like that. I don't know why that kind of stuff I've just always been morbidly fascinated by, but it is. And I saved that for last because I wanted to go into number 2, so it wouldn't be a shocker. I'm a horror fanatic. I love horror movies of all kinds. It's like my favorite kind of movie, my favorite kind of TV show. Horror. I also love reading horror. I love like true life sort of stuff, like reading about, I don't know, true crime and serial killers and all that kind of stuff. I find it like just so interesting, and yeah, so that's something too. I am like a horror fanatic. I used to get the subscription service Horror Block, which came with all kinds of horror goodies in it, and I loved it, and I had to stop getting it because it was expensive, but I loved it. And I cannot wait till I can fit in the t-shirts, because every month there would be a t-shirt in the box, and I cannot wait till those t-shirts fit. So I'm excited that keto's been helping me with that. But yes, so horror is like my favorite thing of all time. And in that same vein, the third thing about me that I think is kind of interesting and different, I guess, is so my husband and I, we met in high school, but the thing is we like separated for a long time, and then as adults we kind of started dating again. And so our first date was at a haunted house in Portland called Fright Town, and we ended up, so we went there for our first date, and then a year later we went back to Fright Town and he proposed to me there. So that's number 3. My husband and I's first date was at a at a haunted house, and then he also proposed to me there because he knows me, and that's definitely a me thing to do. He's also taken me for like to horror movies and stuff for Valentine's Day, for like horror movies that come out then, and things like that, and for my birthday. Yeah, those are all very me things to do. So yes, number 4 about me is I love to write, and I write probably every single day. If not almost every single day. I write mostly fiction. I have been published for poetry, but that's really not my passion. Like, I really love writing fiction. I usually have more of a fantasy twist on them, and it's just what I love to do. As well with the writing is I bullet journal. This is my bullet journal. I've posted pictures and things of it before on my Instagram if you follow me there. And I have all kinds of like crazy things in here. So like there's my key, some quotes, and like my mood tracker for the year. And then I just have other things in here where like I track my weigh-ins and my BMI. I have like all the books. Here's a little bookshelf with all the books I've read. And so basically every time I finish a book, I write the name of it on the spine and I color it in. And then I have like habit trackers and sleep trackers, all kinds of stuff. Bullet journaling is kind of my like new obsession, and so I don't know, I lump this in with just loving to write and do creative things, because this lets me like track stuff. It lets me, you know, color and doodle and practice fun fonts and put all of like my favorite quotes in one place. If you follow me on Instagram, you've also seen this page, which is my weekly menu, and it's reusable. I use little post-it notes, so then I can just peel them out and trade it out each week. So those are all kind of different things I do with my bullet journal, and then I have the little tabs here for each month. So that's pretty much the end of the writing thing. But the last and 5th thing about me, I went to college initially. When I started college, I was an early childhood major, and I did that for 4 years. I went to school for 4 years as an early childhood major. I had an emphasis on infants, but really my degree was for birth through age 8. But I was very interested in infant development. I felt like they were a group that was really kind of ignored. Like, they know milestones and things like that, but nobody really talks about a lot of like curriculum for infants. And with so many infants now going into daycare and stuff, I felt like, you know, planning things for infants, and like having an intentional environment that is conducive to the best learning for them at that age. Just, I don't know. I was really interested in it. I was very fascinated by it. Everybody called me the crazy infant lady, and that was okay. I really looked up to people like Magda Gerber, and it just is what it is. I'm also a big fan of Montessori if you are into all of that stuff. But after 4 years of doing that, and at that point I had my first daughter, I had her, I ended up deciding I wanted to switch majors because I didn't want to work in a classroom after all. So I switched majors and started doing social work because my credits would mostly transfer to that, and I really wanted to help people. And I still wanted to work with kids. And it was also partially a financial aid issue because I had enough credits that I could switch to that and still not have a lot of stuff I had to retake. But it was during my time in college that I like discovered my love for ASL, and if I had had enough financial aid to completely start my degree over, I would have changed it and started over to be an ASL interpreter. I really just fell in love with ASL, and I fell in love with the community. I used to go to events quite a bit, and like I volunteered at the deaf school that was near me, and it was just amazing. I loved it a lot. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm not doing anything with that schooling except that I homeschool. My older daughter I did for a year, but she actually still goes to school, but and I'm homeschooling preschool right now for my younger daughter. And so, I mean, I guess that education is paying off because I feel confident doing that. Like I know what I'm doing a little bit, but yeah, so now I'm here on YouTube sharing my weight loss journey, and I'm just, I don't know, I feel like I have like a lot of pots on the stove right now. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's definitely different than the videos I normally do. I don't usually talk about myself and my interests outside of keto and weight loss and like the gym. So I was excited that Jason nominated me to tell you guys 5 new things about me. So hopefully I didn't freak you out and run you guys out. But yeah, that's me. I'm a horror fanatic, and I love rocks and Disney movies and taxidermy and being creative, and that's me. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing so that you get all of my content. Comment down below. Tell me some things about you. I would love to know if any of you guys have any of the same interests as me or anything like that. Or just, you know, tell me 5 things about yourself. I'd love to know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.